welcome back, and thank you for arriving to the last slide or the last video for MUET this year. Alright, we right now have arrived to the MUET reading paper, and this is the finale of the 4-part of our video of our journey in MUET. Alright, so let's move on to the next slide, shall we? Alright, for MUET reading, you have to remember there's 45 MCQ question, multiple choice question, and you have to answer it in 90 minutes. And in that 90 minutes, you have to read or you have to skim and scan 6 texts. As you can see in this slide, there are several examples of texts such as speeches, interviews, electronic text, newspaper, academic text, journals, literary text, and magazines. Sometimes they will even give you posters, or they have give you something that is not really a reading material, but you have to be smart. There's actually information inside that material that they give you, because after all, it's reading. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, in reading, you have to have these 5 skills. First is comprehension, pemahaman. That means you faham whatever things that you're reading. Second is application. Sometimes reading is not enough. Sometimes they will ask you to read and apply it in real life. So that is where the challenge is. Higher order thinking skills. Alright, next is analysis. It requires you to do a bit of analysis of the whole passage and come up with your own conclusion, or what you could think the conclusion is. Next one is synthesis. And the last one is evaluation. So I know it's a bit tricky, but I'll explain to you in the later slide. Alright, so how to score? Because MCQ questions, sometimes it's very tricky. Almost everything looks like the answer. But let me tell you, you have to choose the right one, the most accurate one, because not all could be the answer. And you can argue with me day and night. This could be the answer, sir, or that could be the answer, sir, but sometimes it's the best answer is the right answer for reading question. So, and when the time comes and you feel like, I do not know which one is the answer, follow your heart, follow your instincts. Because sometimes instincts don't lie. Alright, like this meme over here. When you're taking a multiple choice test, when you have the same letter answer 4 times in a row, something's wrong. I can feel it. So trust your instincts. Alright, here, MCQ, multiple choice question. Sometimes the option is ABC or ABCD. Alright, so first things you should do when you get this question is underline the keywords in the question. Use them to locate the information in the text. Skim through the text until you come to the part or section needed to answer the question. Here, this is very important because you have 6 articles and sometimes the article is very long. Imagine a newspaper cutting. That is already long. So, you won't really have the time to read betul-betul macam you read novel macam tu. No. So, what you do when you get the article is you skim. You tengok what's the gist of the article, whether it's about electricity, whether it's about pollution, whether it's about maybe economy. But later, when it comes the time when you answer the question, then you can refer back to the article. Alright, that is where strategy is. Next one, check each possible answer option given carefully. Like I said, A could be the same with B, B could be the same with C, and C could be the same as D. So choose carefully. Read the question, skim and scan for the right one. Alright. So usually in in reading question, when the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when it comes to question 1, usually the answer is usually in the first or the earlier parts of the paragraph. They won't put question 1, suddenly the answer you can find in the conclusion. Takkan jadi macam tu. Okay? So that's the clue for you. Alright, the next one. Remember some of the answers most likely be paraphrased. Paraphrase means dia tukar-tukar ayat tapi maksud dia tetap sama. So you have to be careful with that and make sure it's the right paraphrasing. Alright? So read again, and if you think macam tak betul je, so read again, then put your right answers. Alright. And some of the vocabulary given in the opinions is found in the text. Only one of the option is the most suitable response for the question. So over here, alright, so over here, you try to find if there's a question about vocabulary, contohnya about what is the meaning of pollution. So you have to refer back to the text and look for the words pollution. That, my friends, that, my students, that could be the answer. Alright. So here, it's a bit do's and don'ts, yes and no's. Alright. When you get your reading paper, the yes is read the title and the stimuli of the passage. Alright, read. Skim and scan. Do not read like you read a novel because you don't have time. There's only 90 minutes for 45 questions. Imagine that. Alright. Second is take note of the source. Third one, underline the main ideas and keywords. And the last one, if you have no idea at all or you think, okay, I'm spending too much time on this question. Remember, tepuk dada tanya selera. Trust your instinct. And maybe use a bit of your brain power too. Alright, the no's. Do not be influenced by your own views or opinions because sometimes the answer is inside the article. It won't ask you for your opinion unless it's stated based on your opinion. Alright. The next one, do not spend too much time in one question because you have, remember, 90 minutes, 45 questions, 6 articles. You don't have time to spend around one question. Tiba-tiba you nak spend around 5 minutes. That is too long, I tell you. For one question, try to spend around maybe 1 or 2 minutes maximum. Alright, the next one is worry too much about the time given. Here, sometimes when you get too worried about the time, you get anxious, you get stressed. So just go with the flow. Remember, if you feel anxious, take a deep breath, breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out, and everything will be fine. And the last one is do not be misled by partially true statements. Read, read, and read. And you think that's the answer? That is your answer. Alright. I know this video is a bit short, but I have no spot questions for you for reading because reading can be anything under the sun. It can be about politics, it can be about economy, it can be even about hygiene or COVID-19 per se. So, alright. So what you do is, remember tonight, sleep well so that you won't get anxious or you won't get stressed tomorrow in the morning. And remember, you are ready for this. You are born for this, and remember, set the intention right. I want to score for MUET test. And always remember tomorrow, wear your mask, practice 1 meter distance from each other, and God willing, you'll be fine. To all MUET candidates of 2020, Group 2, all the best. Himne! Fighting! Success will be yours. Signing out. See you in the next video if I talk about CFR.